here to talk a little bit about his track Loving You, which is out now on the Rolled Up Summer Vibes 2 compilation. I'm joined by none other than Mr. Florida Man himself, Nigel, aka MTpockets. Nigel, how are you doing today?
I'm good. Joey, welcome to the swamp. It's good to have you here. It's a little hot, it's a little humid. Grab yourself a towel and a beer and a Busch Light.
Oh man, a Busch Light sounds amazing right now. So let's just get right into it. My first question for you is, this is a pretty vibey tune, and so I was just wondering, like, did you have any particular inspiration behind it at all?
Oh, absolutely. So, you know, I was coming down from a long production of Florida Man, which is super heavy, in your face, very aggressive. And sometimes the way my moods work is sometimes they counteract and counterpool to one or the other. And it was right as summer was starting. It was a rainy day, a super rainy day in Florida. If anyone knows, it rains in Florida every single day. So it was a day I was caught up in my feels. The rain was going. I was just like, okay, I'm maybe some kind of lo-fi-ish. It was one of those lo-fi hip hop girls kind of days. So that's how it started.
Okay, cool. And so when you did begin the process, like how did the track come together? Was it more of like a seamless process to you, or was it something that took a little bit of time? And is there anything that you remember, in particular or like fondly when you were producing it?
I just remember Tim telling me, hey, the deadline for Summer Vibes is Sunday. And I go, oh crap, I should write something. So I had a really small deadline for it, but it actually, when I started the process, it was seamless. It started writing itself, right? And that's the true hallmark of a good song, is during production you feel like it's just naturally all coming together on its own, and you're just a vessel, facilitating the assembly.
Okay, that's really cool to hear. And so I'm also wondering, how do you feel like this tune represents the overall theme of the Summer Vibes mixtape? I think you may have mentioned it, but like if you could elaborate on that if possible.
I think it's perfect, because last year when we did the first release, the first Summer Vibes, which was literally to the day a year ago, those were the two first drum and bass songs I put out on a label. And the Summer Vibes last year was very liquidy, kind of a softer side of all of us, all of the other artists on this as well. This is more so just, summer vibes. You got the windows down, you went and got some ice cream with your kids or something, and kids are playing baseball outside in your yard, screaming and stuff like that. That's just kind of the mantra for last year. So carried over into this year when I spoke with Tim about it, and I kind of said, I asked him, I was like, are we going for the same? We doing the same thing? Because I got ideas. I got all these ideas, and I was just coming down off of, like I said, writing the Florida Man stuff. So I just needed something that was a little bit softer to complement that. And all the tracks are amazing. Like I swear, it's last year the volume 1 was, you could ride it all the way through, not skip any tracks, not nothing. And that's the same way for this year too. So it's just the level of consistency from the Rolled Up squad is impressive. I'm just stoked and thankful and grateful to be a part of this with all you guys. It's given a lot of us underdogs and unheard dogs a platform and a place for us to be heard, seen, loved, listened to. So this has been a complete game changer. But yeah, volume 2 is the exact embodiment of last year plus some, right? We've graduated a little bit after the first year under our belt. Now it's time to keep leveling up, keep working on production, keep hammering away, not getting discouraged. Having each other's backs has been a big thing too. Community is huge. Trying to fight Goliath by yourself is pretty tough. But when you got a squad, you got some camaraderie with it too. It just makes it makes it fun. Like it's just fun. I can't wait to see what's in the group chat every day.
Yeah.
I always something new.
Those won't get leaked. We don't leak the group chat.
Oh no.
I'm kidding. For legal reasons.
Yeah.
I'm kidding about that too. On the talk of the label itself, though, I have another question in particular. What does, or how should I put it? How do you feel about the overall state of Rolled Up within the American drum and bass scene as well as the international drum and bass scene?
Well, I know I'm probably gonna catch some flack for this from my homies in the rest of the states, but I feel like Rolled Up is the tip of the spear of Florida in terms of who's putting out records, right? And it's really not a competition at the end of the day because we're all trying to achieve the same thing, just make people happy and dance and laugh. So and of course it's going to sound biased. I'm wearing a shirt that says Florida on it. I'm in a swamp.
It doesn't just say Florida. Don't hold out.
Florida man. But yeah, Rolled Up is the tip of the spear, which is Florida, and not everyone on Rolled Up is from Florida, but this is kind of where this is our hub. And just to see how we've not only benefited from the rise of drum and bass in the United States, but also being a part of it too, is truly something special. It's, as someone told me the other day, a good friend of mine who produces techno and house, and he goes, "Man, you're lucky. You're in it at a time right now where it's having a renaissance. Where it's like really coming up." And I was like, "Yeah, this is a good time to be in it. Especially being an American, because I feel like we're kind of a sleeping giant. There is so much talent here in the States that just kind of went unnoticed or unheard, for whatever reason. It's true. I connect with people on social media every day, and I get random small people who send me their music. I listen to it, and I'm like, holy crap, this is really good. But nobody would have never known, So it's like Rolled Up is offering that platform for people. And a year ago, I wasn't releasing any drum and bass, just kind of stuck in that position of, do I finish this song, do I scrap it, or move on to the next thing, to now releasing consistently, playing consistently. Rolled Up is the tip of the spear in American drum and bass for sure.
Yeah, I can
Put some
agree.
respect on our name.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Put some respect on our name.
Yeah. I definitely agree with those points made. It's not the first time I've heard somebody say that drum and bass in America is in the middle of a renaissance right now. It's really cool to see all these platforms, like not only just Rolled Up, but from various other corners of the country, just kind of like helping to reinforce the scene here and have more talent get more of a platform that they deserve.
Exactly. And the times are changing too. Technology is advancing, music is advancing, art's advancing. So, you don't want to get left behind either. So staying on the forefront, staying on the socials, staying in that realm of ideas, staying in everyone's head, that's huge, man. And Rolled Up is consistently releasing. I think every 3 weeks a record drops. And I've been keeping tabs on some of my favorite top labels, and they haven't been staying at that pace either. I guess when you get a little bit bigger and up towards the top, maybe you can take off a few days, but we've been consistent, boy. It's just one after another, and it's good quality music. It's not, that one was, it was good. It's like, no, these are all fire. They're all songs that I put in my sets. They're all songs that I DJ live. Every single one of them can be battle tested. And I think, Tim and Aaron really, put a lot into this and vet the process, right? They're not just taking anything and everything, not to be a-holes or anything, but you gotta rake through and make sure that everything that you're putting out is consistent with the label, the sound, the message. So
Absolutely.
overall, it's just been a crazy uh, meteorical rise for 1 year in existence. I mean, 1 year, and we've done all this. It's insane. It is absolutely insane. And so, like, the arrow is pointing up. Sky's the limit. And anyone watching this, if you got that fire, send it to rolledup@gmail.com.
Absolutely, man. Now you've had quite a few releases with the label yourself now. What does this one, Loving You, mean to you in particular compared to the other ones?
Well, I think now that I've like caught a little bit of swagger, a little bit of confidence in my production and mixing over the year, I think this one was kind of just a reminder of, hey, man, you need to love yourself a little bit, because I'm very hard on myself. I just got in my own way. That's why I wasn't consistently releasing before. I just didn't think I was as good as I wanted to be naturally in my head where I thought I should be. So this track for me, more so, everyone thinks it's about a love song. It's like, nah, man, it's about loving yourself a little bit more and giving yourself, boosting your self love. At the end of the day, yes, we take care of others and love other people, but you really can't, thoroughly love someone else unless you can love yourself and take care of yourself first. So it's been a crazy up and down, but this past year was a steady climb up. So I was like, hey, man, you know what? You did good. The family did good. We all ate. Be proud of yourself, love yourself, build on it, keep moving forward. That's really what this song was about. It's not a love song. So whoever's watching this, it's not about you, sweetheart. I'm sorry.
That's a great message, man. I couldn't agree more. So all right, so my last question to you, Nigel, would be, what is the origin behind the name MTpockets? Like, what made you decide on that name?
It's just a reminder to myself, to never forget my humble beginnings. I had a really tough childhood and kind of upbringing, so came from nothing, and it's kind of a goofy phonetic play on words, but yeah, I just used to be broke all the time. I was seriously broke, and it just told myself, hey, man, if this music thing ever takes off, if you ever hit that level, don't forget where you came from. Keep your head below the clouds, stay grounded, because I've met some of my idols, and they've turned out to be buttholes. So I promised myself, I'm like, man, no matter what, like, I would never ever want to be a cool guy like that.
Nigel, I appreciate you coming on here today with me to answer these questions. Thank you so much, and you have a great day.
All right, you too, Joey. Thanks, brother.